Hey guys, I'm on speaker phone or a headset, so hopefully I'm not too loud. Somebody should come along pretty quick here and say how I'm doing with my volume. Sorry about this. I should have had this freaking set up first. Shouldn't I have? And a clean spot. I think it's just my windows getting steamed. So I'm almost there. Nobody's in yet anyways. If you're watching later, bear with me for another moment. Just doing a little whoops. You can go over here. Yeah, so I do have a plan here of conversation. Fudge. There we go. Just trying to get a good angle for you, and I just don't have anything to balance properly. I'm being goofy. There we are. Just want you to have that moon. Why not enjoy it? Gosh darn it. Hello. Sorry, I'm just being a pain in the ass. Sorry about the language, but I'm frustrated. I wasn't thinking. So I'm piling some weight to try to make it so it doesn't fall. There we go. And whoever is there, you could let me know with how the PA systems, like the sound system's working, with either a thumbs or if you can do a comment, then that would be appreciated, so I know that I'm being heard. And maybe more. Whoever's out there, if you're able to let me know if you can hear me. I've got a headset on. And there we go. We got a message coming up there. I think it sounds great. Okay. Friggin' the way I went and hid the phone in behind there, I can't see the messages now. Oh well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But I do, what did I title this? I have my other phone here, so I could even get involved in texting and stuff. And I want to, really based off of my subject, my title. What's that? Oh, I got water on my screen of my TV. My other phone. Hi, I'm Ruby. Shh, Ruby. So I got videos coming up. There we go. So jumping in late night. Turn the volume right off. Yeah, so, huh? How come it's got the wrong name up there? It's saying Tool Detective. Not funny, eh? Okay, how come this phone is going to be super... Oh, it's because I'm on the channel. It's logged in. Settings, sign out. There we go. I think I can do it now. Tin Man Live. Doubt it'll come up, but let's see. No. Bigfoot. There we go. Videos and live. Should play, right? Yes, it should. Anyways, so go. Hey, hello out there, whoever's joining me. I hope you're all having a good time. I'm trying to. I just thought I'd be able to bring my live up on um my other phone here, but I can't. My old phone. Anyways, so I got jumping in late night with Bigfoot psychology. What did I put after the psychology? Bigfoot psychology and whatever. But basically, I think, I get into some pretty wild talking, you guys. Pretty wild talking. And it would be nice to hear some feedback sometimes on stuff that I say throughout. I need to know if people are cluing into my words. I know a lot of people clue in that I get a lot of Bigfoot or other type beings on my videos that in no way are like the so-called blob squatches, and they're in no way like Patty, a perfect Bigfoot, full-bodied shot walking along like that, where you get to see almost every part. She just didn't do a 360 turn for us, but she did do almost a 180-degree head turn, maybe about a 150-degree head turn she did do. So she displayed a lot of herself. Anyways, so basically what I want to do is I want to open up these windows here. Get a little fresh air in. I'm trying to keep the one side of the window, my truck closed here. My window's closed because there's some guy that's just a traveler that's just staying right up on the side of the bank right there, and you never know, he might end up hearing me, and I'm actually in part bringing him up as part of the subject. And because where I've been living out here and what I've been up to and stuff, just even at this location, at the info center where a lot of people, where we have it located, it's on a highway, or a mild highway here in BC. It's on the big river, Fraser Valley River. It's our info building itself is part of it's part on our big heritage park land that probably, I don't know, might total up to like 100 acres, maybe more. I'm not too sure, but it's just huge, a lot of treed land. And and a really cool thing, just to let you know quickly here, is I started hanging out at this place before they really fully got a really good establishment in their home or they're hanging out at least, that they do around here. So I've got to calculate all that stuff and somewhat see a growing number and such like that. I don't think people are realizing how much information I really do have going on. So questions, get that stuff out of me. I don't mind answering it, and if people want to use it, or if they're going to whatever, then whatever. I'm not going to think that I'm being a hero by keeping stuff silent on these guys. I'm feeling that I would be more of a hero if I would actually be putting it out so we can do something and start observing and start making this a bigger event than one guy proclaiming this much connection with these guys. We need more than just me doing it. We need people to really bring this in as a real subject now, more than just the feet and so on and so forth kind of things. Those prints and such like that. Anyway, so now back to the psychology of this. So, be hanging out here and stuff. And I don't know if you listened to a video that I put up recently, but I put up a video recently where there was a guy that's around town here that lives out of his truck. He had stopped by here one night, and I had my hood up open because I was starting my car that, um, jump starting my solenoid, and so he just must have walked over just to see that I was okay or whatever. But anyway, so next thing you know, we're just talking, and he's smiling about these. It happened 3 different times that it happened, but it was like he was hearing an interaction of beings making noise. He was describing it like it was kids. I got it out of him. I describe it better on the other video. I don't know what it's titled, but if anybody knows what it's titled, then they could put it there where that story is. But it's pretty darn interesting, anyways, what went on with him. And I was the observer. I was observing him and asking him the questions, and he was explaining. He was telling me, but my guesses were so in the accuracy of it, he felt very easily just to be able to say what was going on. But anyway, so what my point is getting to be is there's a lot of people with mental issues. A lot. It's a huge epidemic of mental issues going on. Now, talking to a number of people and hearing a few different things that have, you know, just kind of resonated my way and such. And me, myself, with an experience of what on one of the live nights, I even talked about it on my videos. But on one of my live nights there, heard these young voices up there. They're just going along like that, and they're really not making any sense or anything. They just like this kind of thing. And I had my camera, my laptop pointing that way, but it wasn't able to pick me up. I didn't realize that, and I thought it did. So I didn't say anything at that moment. I didn't do anything to narrow it down to the exact moment when it happens. On that laptop, it's going to be tough enough that it's actually really picking up something from such a distance, anyways. But the point is, I had an experience of hearing that. But I know where I'm standing. I know what that's all about. I know that there were not people up there, so it didn't make me interested to know if people are up there and stuff. I know that I'm being mimicked and somebody's doing kind of like tomfoolery or just fooling games and stuff like that. Because I know all that stuff, I'm able to keep myself in this real structured, strong frame of mind of understanding that this is just all part of um, my research. And, when people, and to throw in some stuff, to throw in the understanding of why doesn't this guy get scared? Like, I think I might be seeing some Bigfoot right there in front of him or whatever around him. Or if you listen to the one where the guy's growling and breaking all the bushes, and I'm talking back with him and trying to get, something different or whatever I was doing there. Because all in the heat of the moment is all in the heat of the moment sometimes. So I was doing what I was doing. I was doing survival. Anyways, yeah, for people to really understand why I'm not shitting my pants or whatever in many of these situations. And what you got to understand, it has to do with probably me, my upbringing, my whole life helps add in some points to help carry that. And also, the amount of different exposure I've had with all around different animals. And like I have a picture of me when I'm about 3 years old. I don't have it myself, but it's in the family somewhere, of me when I'm 3 years old and I'm sticking my hand in a dead bear's mouth, black bear, and I'm putting my hand in its mouth, kind of feeling its tongue and stuff like that. Just, for an early start to understanding. And that was a bear that had to be hunted. It was causing some problems in the area, so my dad and my uncle had to go take care of him. Anyways, yeah. Now, part of the biggest part I think I was trying to say there was, being in research mode, being in work mode, knowing to the extent of what I know, my fear level and that thing in there has changed hugely from my first 21 days. My first 21 days in this world is I had 3 interactions, two that I'll state 100%. I had hundreds of footprints that I came across, press prints, so on and so forth. Tons of stuff. I learned how to track them in that first 21 days and didn't even really realize I was learning how to track them. And I remember in those days having the shit scared out of me a lot and it just being on an edge a lot. Well, now when I'm out there amongst them, I just know how to control it. But I know if anybody, like for an instance, I mentioned on a video just recently, a shadow kind of crosses my path in front of me. And to this moment, I don't know what it was, but I tried to get more examples because there was a car that drove down the hillside at the same time. So I tried to get more examples like that, and that shadow never showed up again. But the point is that when that shadow kind of appeared, I was looking that way. It kind of was bipedal kind of shaped or something. And it was just black, but I'm already looking into dark. And yeah, anyways, my reaction was swallow my heart. And then I just stopped it immediately, switched it over to, accept it. And that helps me probably get my rhythm back in shape properly. And and I'm doing that before I'm coming to a full determination whether I'm just going to blame it on a silly shadow or if I feel that it really was somebody trying to do a dash there for whatever reason. So people got to know when to hold them. I'm going to check whoops, sorry. I'm going to check the messages, see where people are at. So when it comes to mental illness and stuff, I think people could be having, hey Lee, how's it going? Norman, hey Norman. And Charles. Seen anything here? No, I'm not really looking for anything here. It's pointed at the moon and the railway tracks, trees across the way. So I just wanted, in the end, I was thinking about I had an idea of talking about more stuff, but then I kind of got to this point where I just wanted to mention that, I don't know, it's got to be put out there that these guys will be fooling some people with the voices, the noises that they make out loud, audible to us. There's some people actually, because they tease, they mimic and stuff, because they'll do it mostly when a person's by themselves. Most of the time, their little interactions, they want to do it when a person's by themselves. When they steal somebody, usually when a person's by themselves, it happens. That kind of stuff. When they're making noises and trying to trip people out, Usually they're just, if they start noticing that they're tripping too many people out in the park and say they were making some noises and all these people just started looking around, too interested in it, they would just shut themselves right down. That's part of their intuitiveness. They're just also, in those cases, they'll always got a visual going. But they'll rely on either one of them having a good visual and making the call or whatever type thing. And why they find it necessary to make noises that are audible to us is, I think, for maybe more than one reason. But one reason to do those exact things just trip people out. And another reason, I guess there's lots of more reasons, because they trip people out to the extent of making it so they get lost in the woods and stuff. And that's through a process of noises primarily. They'll do path kind of influences too, to give the person the influence that they're making a right choice or a wrong choice on the path. So, I mean, they do many, many different ways of doing this stuff. But, yeah, I just have a concern after talking to a couple of guys now and being close to those experiences, that because there's a lot of guys who are sleeping outside on the streets and stuff, and on the, in the parks and all that kind of stuff, and they're dealing with these noises, and they actually think it's their head. They're hearing voices and stuff, and some people will be putting words. Sorry, whoops. Some people will be putting words with it and stuff, and such like that. So it's a hugely trippy subject, man. Like, we're only so surfacely getting into this, so much just surface. And yeah, you know how big our psychology is for humans. Well, theirs is going to be, I'd imagine, big and different. Well, the moon is going in behind a flagpole there. So peace out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the thing. I don't have any thumbs up, so if you can do a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And ask me questions about my subjects. Get into it if you can. Start to realize that this subject is something that you should, if you're a newbie, start spending. I wouldn't spend too much time watching a person just trying to find. Thanks for the thumbs. Just trying to find so-called Bigfoot. If you like watching scenery and stuff, try connecting with the people that are really looking around in the real places. Christine, there's other ones also that really look around in the place. I myself go one beyond most of those people, if not all of them, and I say a lot more. I talk about tracking, and I talk about their interaction with rock, with asphalt, the stuff we drive on, concrete, many products that are made out of concrete because there's rock in it, trees, wood products, totem poles. Go to your local park right now and look at all the totem poles that are 30 years old that are there, that the natives made, whatever. See the condition, take pictures of them and stuff. And you watch that could start to deteriorate through cracking and stuff. So they got some issues there too. You wonder, well, the natives seem to think they're a soulmate or something like that. Why are they being rough on native stuff? Why is Tin Man saying that? Well, one of the, I got light lamp or those flagpoles right in front of us. But one thing I got right, wherever straight, kind of where my finger's going there, is a totem pole. And it's already starting to be damaged, and it's brand new. I don't even think it's 2 months old, 2 months installed. So, and it's got pretty heavy duty cracks on it. They just went ape on it. So yeah, there's a slight chance maybe it was a little bit of heat involved in it too, or whatever from the sun. But when you see the real damage on it, then you understand that. And I have been explaining this stuff for a long time. Like I've been talking about this for 2 years now. Before I even thought they would use it as a way of damaging things. I was talking about their claws and such like that, and their claw work in those in that my first habitat, my first 21 days. So since then, I've grown all these understandings, conclusions. Um, Documented so many different things that support so much of different things they're doing. Like I have a concern for that. I don't recall now out of my ignorance, but where that bridge got knocked down. I didn't study into it too much. I didn't look into it too much. But there was a concrete bridge that was it Italy? I don't really remember, but stuff like that make me really upset because I know that they're cracking concrete. Go to my stairs series there. The stairs are right behind me, but that chap is hanging around here, and I don't want to get into any kind of a weird, spooky conversation. He doesn't need the stress load. Already talked to him a little bit, and I just know he doesn't need to hear about Bigfoot. So, yeah, but shit's going down, and it's just not right yet. Not right yet. What's this button do? Oh, cool. How's that one, guys? You like that one? No, this one's probably better, eh? There we go. Too bad I didn't notice this. We could do it like that. You like that one? Shut it off, Tin Man, you smartass. Back to normal. I'll just put it on the little blush. Actually, that's maybe not a bad idea if anybody's playing around. While if I was outside the truck, next time I do a live outside my vehicle, I will try to remember to hit these color options and see if it helps it. So we, like this one here, might be kind of a cool one, I think. Peace out. Thanks for joining me, all.